We welcome you to the graduation ceremony for Officer Training School Class 2403. I would like to begin with a brief review of this morning's ceremony. In just a few moments, both Class 2403 and 2405 will march in, followed by the arrival of the official party and the presentation of the prop and wings from Class 2403 to Class 2405. Today's graduates will be in their service dress uniform, symbolizing their ceremonial duties for today. The junior members will be outfitted in their operational field uniform, reflecting their readiness to embrace the challenges ahead. To maintain proper decorum and respect, we ask that you abide by the following protocols. There are times you will be asked to stand. During those times, please stand and render the appropriate courtesies. Military members and veterans in uniform will stand at attention and render a salute. We ask that our civilian guests stand and place their right hand over their heart. Veterans and military members not in uniform may either render a salute or place their right hand over their heart. In addition, please reserve respect during the oath of office. During these oaths, officers pledge their lives to support and defend the Constitution and our country. I will be providing cues throughout the event to guide you. Today's ceremony is a celebration of the achievements of these graduating officers. It is also a ceremony that both teaches and appreciates our Air and Space Force military heritage. Drill is an essential part of military history, a prominence that rests on the fact that its fundamental purpose was to prepare troops for battle. For the most part, drill procedures practiced in the past were identical to the tactical maneuvers employed on the battlefield. It was this aspect of drill which made it such an important part of the training. Even today, drill remains a necessary and useful training activity for instilling discipline, precision, and esprit de corps. 200 years ago, General Washington enlisted the assistance of Baron von Steuben, a distinguished Prussian officer, to help instill discipline in his fledgling army. Baron von Steuben arrived at Valley Forge in February of 1778, facing an army of several thousand undisciplined, half-starved men in rags. To correct these conditions, he set to work immediately to teach the discipline of drill to a model company of 120 selected men. These warriors modeled the way as they learned to respond to commands without hesitation. and remain standing for the invocation given by Chaplain Douglas.
I invite you to pray your faith tradition as I pray in mine. Most gracious Lord, we gather this morning to celebrate the accomplishments of Class 2403 as they graduate Officer Training School. These past weeks have likely brought challenges, stressors, and expectations beyond what any of them could have ever expected. However, it was necessary to lay the groundwork of becoming an officer in the United States Air and Space Force. Because of that, these 143 individuals, in their perseverance, they grew and gained new competencies they never realized they had within them. I ask that you grant them hardiness of spirit as they look back fondly on the challenges they faced during their time here with us. And they have perseverance for the journey ahead of them and lead lives of professionalism as they will be doing great things that our nation so desperately needs in the years to come. We are also here to recognize the class of 2405 as they have found themselves worthy of the prophet wings, a sign that each of them has prepared to take on higher levels of leadership and responsibility as they move forward as the upper class. May they set the standard high for those that follow them, and help those that look up to them to see men and women of integrity, service, and excellence, and help them to excel throughout the remainder of their time here at OTS. I also want to thank every enlisted officer, civilian, and member of the 22nd, 217th, the 24th, the OTS Command Team, and the Home Center, as well as those who loved them and cared for them. Each of them and every one of them played an integral part in producing the officers we see standing before us today. Finally, most importantly, thank you, Lord, for we cannot dismiss all that you have done to see this day come to pass. You allowed this celebration and allowed each of us to live in the greatest nation on earth. You instilled the desire and determination in each of those to serve today. And may we be men and women of honor. And may we always make you proud. In your holy name I pray. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Douglas. Please be seated. The reviewing official for today's parade is the Commander, 42nd Mission Support Group, Maxwell Air Force Base, Colonel Brad Ledman. The Commandant, Officer Training School, Colonel Derek Iwanenko. The Senior Enlisted Leader, Officer Training School, Chief Master Sergeant Everton Hickson. We are honored to have with us the following distinguished guests. A former Air National Guard Assistant to the Chief of the Nurse Corps, Brigadier General Teresa Prince, Air National Guard, retired. The former Florida Air National Guard Chief of Staff, Brigadier General Scott Croxton, Air National Guard, retired. The Deputy Commander, Gene M. Holmes Center for Officer Accessions and Citizen Development, Colonel Christopher Broman, and the Command Chief, Chief Master Sergeant Jennifer McKee. We also welcome all other commanders, commandants, senior enlisted leaders, chiefs, staff, and guests who have joined us on this special occasion. We hope you enjoy the ceremony. As a part of today's ceremony, we also recognize the achievements of those who are about to ascend from lower class to upper class at Officer Training School by awarding the Prof and Wings. Officers, you may proceed. memorialized the American Airmen since 1918 and is shared by all Department of the Air Force accessions programs. Today, the prop and wing signifies the trainee's elevation to OTS upper class. For these soon-to-be upper-class trainees, the journey to this point has been a rigorous and demanding process. They have persevered, facing challenges that tested their physical, mental, and emotional limits. They have practiced leadership, developed their decision-making skills, and demonstrated unwavering commitment to becoming warrior-minded leaders of character. But today is not just about celebrating their growth as officers. It's about recognizing the character that lies beneath the uniform. It's about acknowledging the attributes that have brought them to this moment. Professionalism, communication, warfighting, leadership, and mission execution. These officers have chosen a path that demands more than knowledge. It demands a duty that goes beyond oneself. It requires them to be leaders, to inspire confidence in their fellow airmen and guardians, and to uphold and exemplify the values we hold dear. As they transition to upper class, they are not just progressing in their training. They are becoming part of a legacy that extends through generations of officers who have served with honor and distinction. They are joining a select group of individuals who have answered the call of duty, who have been entrusted with the incredible responsibilities of serving and leading our airmen and guardians to defend our freedoms and win our nation's wars. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the newest recipients of the Prop and Wings, Class 2405. Today's ceremony is Second Lieutenant Gabriel Vila. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated.
Keep your groups on up, up.
Officer Training School, United States Air Force, Maxwell Air Force Base, Alabama. Subject, Honor Flight, Honor Squadron, and Commandant's Challenge winners, Class 2403.
Right on there, my 314, Boy Squadron. Run action.
In honor of First Lieutenant Paul J. Smith, the flight that exhibited the best combined and average order of merit metrics and leader of character attributes earns the title Honor Flight. This award recognizes the Honor Flight's demonstrated capacity to live with honor, lift others, and elevate the performance of their teams. The Honor Flight Streamer is awarded to Flight 314 for excellence as a flight in academic studies, military training, and physical conditioning. Signed, Colonel Derek Iwanenko, United States Air Force, Commander, Officer Training School. The Honor Squadron Streamer is awarded to the OTS Squadron for excellence as a squadron in academic studies, military training, and physical conditioning. Signed, Colonel Derek Iwanenko, United States Air Force, Commander, Officer Training School. The Commandant's Challenge Streamer is awarded to Flight 314 for possessing courage, resilience, and hardiness of spirit, enlisting in their inner cause the virtues we must exemplify through blood and sweat in the spectrum of developing as leaders. Signed, Colonel Derek Iwanenko, United States Air Force, Commander, Officer Training School. celebrate individual achievements, but also the collective strength of our military family. As the colors pass through your seating area, please stand alongside us and join in honoring the traditions that unite us all and inspire the next generation to reach even greater heights. The military training instructors passing the review are charged with establishing the precision, self-control, and discipline required within a military force. The military training instructors are led by Technical Sergeant Rodriguez, Technical Sergeant Zavala, and Technical Sergeant Jenkins. Leading today's parade, Commander Harriman, Second Lieutenant Gabriel Vila, hometown Fremont, California. The Air Commander is Second Lieutenant Alexandra Finito, hometown Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. The Gold Fox Squadron is led by Second Lieutenant Kenneth Baker, hometown Phoenix, Arizona. The Hoya Squadron is led by Second Lieutenant Evan Anglesey, hometown Kennewick, Washington. Now passing in review, the color code. The U.S. flag is carried by Second Lieutenant Edgar Valerio, hometown El Paso, Texas. The Air Force flag is carried by Second Lieutenant Mackenzie Lyon. The Space Force flag is carried by Second Lieutenant Devin Garcia. The left rifle is carried by Second Lieutenant Daniel Gregg, and the right rifle is carried by Second Lieutenant Dalton Cody. The B Group commander is Second Lieutenant Stephen Saul, hometown Katy, Texas. The Mustang Squadron is led by Second Lieutenant Florentine Torino, hometown Westchester, New York. The Wolfpack Squadron is led by Second Lieutenant Nicole Coxton, hometown Sacramento, California. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the Air Force song, followed by the Space Force song. U.S. Air and Space Forces are the world's preeminent forces in air, space, and cyberspace. We maintain that distinction by securing our objective of global vigilance, reach, and power, and remaining true to our vision statement. The world's greatest air and space forces, powered by airmen and guardians, fueled by innovation. Through shared values, key capabilities, and upholding our creed, we continue to achieve our mission and aim high in all we do. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and remain standing while Officer Training School Class 2403 recite the Airman's Creed, followed by the oath of office administered by Colonel Ledford. I am an American Airman.
I am a warrior. I answer my nation's call. I am an American Airman. My mission is to fly, fight, and win. I am faithful to a proud heritage, a tradition of honor, and a legacy of valor. I am an American Airman, guardian of freedom and justice, my nation's sword and shield, its century and avenger. I defend my country with my life. I am an American Airman, wingman, leader, warrior. I will never leave an airman behind. I will never falter, and I will not fail!
Colonel Ledford will now administer the federal oath of office to the Air Force and Space Force officers.
Graduates, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name. Having been appointed a state your rank.
Having been appointed a second lieutenant.
In the United States Air and Space Force.
United States Air Force.
Do solemnly swear or affirm.
Do solemnly swear.
That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
And I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
Against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
That I take this obligation freely.
And that I take this obligation freely.
Without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion.
Without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion.
And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I am about to enter.
And I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Graduates, whether you served for just a few years or 30, your service put you in an elite group of Americans who stood tall and accepted the oath to serve their country. That is something you will be able to hold onto for the rest of your life. Officers, dismissed.